All right, today, folks, we're with Digging History, and we're just outside of Williamsburg, Virginia. And we're with our good friend, retired Army historian and former U.S. Army Green Beret Richard Kilblain, who is our expert on history. So, Rich, what are we going to do today?
All right, we're going to look at the Battle of Spencer's Ordinary, which took place during the American Revolutionary War. The context of it is Cornwallis is here. He's actually marching. He's been chasing Lafayette around. He's now withdrawing to Williamsburg. And after this, he's going to go to Yorktown and fortify it. Now, what's interesting about this battle, it's a small skirmish in terms of Revolutionary War battles. This was kind of like the rear guard of Cornwallis's army. It consisted of, it was under the command of John Graves Simcoe, who commanded the Queens Royal Rangers. And in his forces, well, he has some dragoons, but he also has light infantry, Rangers, and the Jaegers from Germany. These are riflemen, and they're under the command of Captain Ewald, or Johann Ewald. All right, and Johann Ewald, because they're really good, they are pretty much the kind of like the advance party, or the scouts, or the light infantry. Okay. Now, when we think of the Revolutionary War, we think of these big battles, guys lined up, shoulder to shoulder, two ranks deep. That's the big battles. Most of the fighting was light infantry against light infantry, and these guys didn't march in formation. They pretty much like walked or ran to the fight. So if there is a big battle, you have your regular infantry. They'll get online. You'll have the light infantry or your Jaeger, which will run along the flank and set up a position. Okay, so what we have here is what we're standing in is these guys. Simcoe's column has been out raiding and capturing cattle. Okay, to feed Cornwallis's army. All right. Now we're near this intersection. They have made the turn. That road leads to Jamestown. This road leads to Williamsburg. And the infantry, the Jaegers are over there. The rest of the infantry, the Rangers, are all taking a break. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. They're sitting on this side of the road, taking a break. Simcoe is with the cavalry, his dragoons, and they're actually foraging over there and looking for more cattle too. Now, what happens is they don't know it, but Lafayette has been following them, and he sent a force under McPherson. Well, I think it's Buckner. Okay, but the advance party of Buckner's force is commanded by McPherson. Okay, and where we'll be doing the digging is the high ground up there, which is now development. And they approached up there and then opened fire on the Rangers and the Jaegers, and I think there are also some Grenadiers here. And so they got up, and then they advanced on the American colonials. And since the right flankmost unit was the Jaegers, they went ahead and did a flanking movement on the Americans. Okay, it's a very small skirmish. They were able to drive the Americans back, and they gathered up their cattle and went ahead and herded them the rest of the way to Williamsburg to join up with Cornwallis's force.
Okay. What can we expect to possibly find up here?
Okay. Now, the area that's under development, okay, that we're going to be looking at is where the Jaegers, the German Jaegers, okay, Jaeger is German for hunter, okay, and they were riflemen. So we can expect, if we're lucky, to find bullets fired by the Jaegers, because the high ground position was where the Americans had held their ground.
Mhm.
So if we're finding bullets, we might find a few drop bullets, but most likely we're going to find fired bullets that were fired by the Jaeger. Okay, if we're lucky, might find a Shako plate.
Okay.
Yeah, because the casualties were very light. I think there's maybe like 7 or 8 killed on each side. All right, and they generally like bury them there, or they lost their equipment there. So if we're real lucky, we might find a Shako plate for a grenadier, but for the most part, it's
USA
going,
buttons. Were they
yeah,
wearing those
yeah,
buttons then?
If we're
Yeah.
lucky, we might find some buttons. But the most, more likely, if we're lucky, we're gonna find bullets. Okay.
Well, I'm the bullet magnet.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Well, let's get to digging.
Okay.
Oh, and first things first. So everybody understands, the reason why we're out here and doing what we're doing is not to steal history, but
To save it, because this area is about to become somebody's backyard.
there you go. And
Oh.
covered up with houses,
Yeah. All right.
concrete. All right. Thanks a lot, folks. Keep watching us on Digging History. We'll be right back.